Hey guys, I'm Jodi Valentin here with you with the LiveRoom composition sessions. I've got 2 songs that I'm going to show you how I wrote them, break them down by chords and lyrics. First, I want to start with a song called Too Soon that's been out for a couple months now. The song has a very repetitive chord cycle, and a chord is just something that are stacked notes. So a chord has to be more than one note, and when you play it, it works in harmony together. So if I was to play one note by itself, that's not a chord. I'm going to add 2 more notes in, and this is C major. So my song starts on C major, sitting in the, and then as the song goes on, I'm going to do other chords. So I'm going to start with C major, G major. So these are major chords, they sound happy. And then I have A minor, G major, F major. There's only one minor chord. Now a minor chord is gonna sound sad, but recently I've been trying to write songs where they sound happy. So I try to make everything as happy as possible. Sitting in the back of your Chevy truck, trying to be a little bit flirty, listening to our favorite station. Never really thought I had much luck. Same view, different city. You see, the song goes on and on with the same chords over and over, but sometimes if I want to make it sound like there's a little bit of a change, I can start up top here. Sitting in the back of your Chevy truck, listening to our favorite station. Never really thought I had much luck. Same view, different city. And then when I go to the next part, I'll just go lower on the piano. They say when you know, you know, but what if I say no? Same chords. C major, G major, A minor, F major. Sitting in the back of your Chevy truck, listening to our favorite station. Never really thought I had much luck. Same view, different city. Now, depending on the feel that you want for a song, you could either play it really slow or it will change the mood. So I wanted a very happy type of mood. So instead of going like, sitting in the back of your Chevy, that's very slow. And then I could have sang it in like a sadder voice. Sitting in the back of your Chevy truck, listening to but I'm not trying to cry right now. I'm trying to have a good time. So, sitting in the back of your Chevy truck, listening to our favorite station. One thing I like to do when I'm writing a song, I try to make sure in my mind that I'm creating a positive message. So I never want to make listeners feel sad or negative or inspire them to do bad things. So the message of this song was like, okay, I like the idea that you have to give something time before you make a decision. So the song starts off telling a story, which was on purpose, and I didn't make it up. This is a true story. I was really sitting in the back of a Chevy truck, listening to a favorite station. And I really didn't ever think I had much luck because I would date people and they all wouldn't work out. So I'm just going through the motions in my mind. Okay, but with this relationship that I was in, so this song is about me being unsure whether this person is right for me. So I was thinking out loud. I remember being with the 2 other writers on this track, Jack Book and Aubrey Toon, and just saying like, you know that feeling when people tell you, or that saying that people say, when you know, you know? Well, I don't know. Am I supposed to know? So that's where I say, they say when you know, but what if I say no too soon? Now the funny thing is that I think it was my grandma that said, give it time, honey. And I was telling Aubrey the story where I don't know what to do in this relationship, and my grandma just said, give it time, honey. And then all of a sudden we all looked at each other, Jack, Aubrey, and I, and we were like, that's the chorus. Give it time, honey, let it age like wine, honey, yeah. Too soon. Now, Something I think is really important and that I try to make sure I have in all of my songs is a very simple chorus that people can learn immediately when they hear it. So when I perform this live, I always tell the audience, okay, there's a part you're gonna need to learn, and it just sounds like this. Give it time, honey, let it age like wine, honey. Super simple, and it sums up everything I'm trying to say in the song. I think songs should read as stories, so when you look at lyrics, it should tell a concise, it's almost like a little timeline of why you're writing the song, who it's about, or what it's about. Visuals so people can see, so I brought in a Chevy truck so that when people heard that lyric, they're like, okay, I know where this girl has been and what she's doing. Even Audrey came up with the lyric, laying in your arms I touch the sky, you take me on a mind vacation. You can see it. So I really enjoy when lyrics are very visual. I try to make sure all my songs are very visual because emotions are, and feelings and experiences can be so vast. And if I just say like, I think I'm in love, or I'm really sad right now, well, it's much more beautiful to explain, okay, how did you find out you were in love? Where were you? What things happened? I stress all the time when I'm in rooms with writers, I want this to be so visual that when people see these lyrics, they can imagine it and they know exactly who I am, where I've been. And I also like to just make sure that all my story details are true, because when I perform it, I like to sort of remember where I've been, and that way it just feels authentic and true to who I am as a person. Okay, so my second song is called Hindsight. And Hindsight was one of those songs that kind of just wrote itself. But I do remember sitting at the keyboard, so I wrote the song with Jameson Fox, and I just remember sitting at the keyboard and my hands fell on a chord. And we were like, okay, let's start there. And we wrote it in 2019 in September. So we started with, it was late September, literally taking from our lives right there. And the leaves were changing color. Story has begun. So we have two chords here. The chords that we have are A major, so you put your finger on A, C sharp, and E. And then if you want to copy that with your other hand, I just put it my left hand on A and E. It was late September. And then I go to D major, which is D, F sharp, A. And the leaves were changing color overnight. Back to that A major, and then D major. Now, I'm big on story details and lyrics. I said this was too soon, but I like stories, visuals, and when people listen to it, they know where they can listen to this. So it says, driving down the back roads, thinking I could be with you for life. Same chords again, ready? Those pretty brown eyes looking in mine, all of the houses passing us by, you pull me in and kiss me one last time. Again, those pretty brown eyes looking in mine, all of the houses passing us by, so we're driving. You pulled me in and kissed me one last time. Then we go back, so again, I said that I love when choruses are memorable and short and sweet. I like it to be very concise, and Jamie and I were sitting and we're like, okay, what's the chorus gonna be? And all of a sudden I was just like, hindsight's better than foresight's better than you and me, you and me. And we had a moment there where we're like, people are gonna understand this. Do they know what hindsight and foresight is? But I had this strong gut feeling that this is the way the song needed to go. The song itself is really only 2 chords. Now you can sneak in other chords, which I do, but if you're not too comfortable on the piano yet, all you have to do is play A major and D major. I end up sneaking in an E major chord, and I actually just go like this on the piano, essentially. Like, hindsight's better than foresight's better than you and me, you and me. Late nights arguing, headlights watching you leave. And that's where that A major is. called playing octaves. So it's really hard to play octaves if you're not using anything except your pinky and your thumb. So an octave would be if you're playing a low C and a high C. And you'll see, like, say I'm playing A major and I play the octave, I play A and A. Hindsight's better than foresight's better than you and me, you and me. So something I like to do with songwriting is keep things a little bit predictable, but still staying true to my story. So I generally only write stories that resonate with me, so things that I'm going through or things that I've been through. Now, Hindsight is really vividly a story, because it starts off with, it was late September and the leaves were changing color overnight. Driving down the back roads thinking I could be with you for life. Those pretty brown eyes looking in mine, all of the houses passing us by. You pulled me in and kissed me one last time. So the lyrics may be quite simple, you know, no crazy rhyme schemes. However, the story is genuine. It was exactly what happened. Now, when it got to the chorus, there's a little bit of repetition and it just felt really natural, you know. Hindsight and foresight, they rhyme because they're using exactly the same word, sight. So hindsight's better than foresight's better than you and me. Comparing you and me, late nights arguing headlights. Late nights arguing headlights, watching you leave. And that again, true story details. We would argue at night and they would leave, and then watching you leave. And then again, hindsight's better than foresight's better than you and me, you and me. Late nights arguing headlights, watching you leave. Very simple song. Even the bridge is a very repetitive part lyrically, and it was just how I was thinking in my mind. Same chords. Sometimes you gotta say goodbye. Sometimes you gotta change your mind. Sometimes what's best don't feel right at all. Again, sometimes you gotta say goodbye. Sometimes you gotta change your mind. Sometimes what's best don't feel right at all. Then I'm gonna go all the way up, cause hindsight's better than foresight's better than you and me. Thanks so much for watching LiveRoom Compositions. I'm Jodi Valentin. Make sure to continue following LiveRoom because they're gonna have some incredible artists showing how they've written their songs and other incredible things. So thanks, guys.